so welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing another player review on the TOTS community, and it will be on today's one, Julian BRANT. And of course, because of that intro, you know that BRANT and Havertz did play together for Leverkusen, where Havertz is still at Leverkusen, where BRANT is moved to Dortmund, and in his first season he has already got in a TOTS. Now we're going to get straight into reviewing this card. So we're looking at him, 4-star, very decent as a cam. And I'll be playing him in range of positions at striker, cam, even out the wing. But you can look at his stats. 90 pace is already looking quite decent. Could be improved, but you move on. 88 shooting, very nice. Of course, penalties could be better, but penalties don't matter as you got other people who could take them. And then you go to passing, which is his second best stat, and you can tell why. If you look at it, it's absolutely amazing. Everything's nearly maxed out, especially with the chem star put on him. I put engine just to improve that pace, passing, and dribbling. Now, but even though the dribbling doesn't need that as much, as it already is practically maxed out, composure could be better, but everything else is in the 90s except from his agility, which was the main reason I did put that on him. And you look at him, he's got the flair trait, which is really important, and the outside the foot shot. Anyway, let's see how good this Julian BRANT actually is, and is he worth buying him? Now, you can see, we're going to start off with his first pro, and it's his passing, which is quite obvious with this card, how that is one of his best stats. And before we get onto it, you can look how good that goal was, and why? Because of his dribbling. Absolutely fantastic how he was so easy to get in between the defenders, and how amazing it was. And this is something I did say before, his agility wasn't the best, but with the chem style made it absolutely amazing. So he could do something like this. Look how he turns all his defenders, the opponent's defenders, into spaghetti. Absolutely fantastic already. Some clips from this Julian BRANT, and you can see him getting away here. There gets a decent pass off, can't really say much, and then look how amazing that was, his play away from the defenders. And I did mention this before in the intro bit where we talk about his card, which I know a lot of you already like that when I do talk about the card, so you know what you're roughly getting. And I did talk about the 4-star combo where he had 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and you can see it in all these skills I'm doing. Of course, that roulette was a 3-star skill, but just how he can get past defenders so easily, and at this point it's showboating how good he is. And personally, already for Bundesliga cam, he's out there with the best ones. And I haven't used the Havertz 90 rated foot birthday, but I'm probably guessing this BRANT is so much better, because you can see how he's turning everyone to spaghetti, how good he is. Now, shooting is quite a self-explanatory one. Anywhere you shoot, if it's outside the box, inside the box, 1-2, look how he turns everyone. And personally, this is the best Bundesliga player I've used, except from Timo Werner. But yes, it's team of the season, so that's why he is so good. And I can't wait for more cards like this that are just so fun to use. Now, this BRANT did cost not the most, but at the same time, he's a mid-range card. Of course, I did say before that we're going to do loads of ranges, like a high range card, which we did, or we're doing with the Felipe Anderson, a low range card like we did with Kevin Lasagna for foot birthday, and this is a medium range, which is around 150k. I picked him up for something like that as well, and just shows how good he is. And definitely, so far I'm thinking he's definitely worth it. Now, pace is something maybe wasn't the best when we initially saw him, but you could just see how he can get past defenders so easily because of his agility, mainly because of his dribbling. But we're gonna hope that is also his pace, and the engine really helps. I've never seen such a card play with a chem style so much better. That would have been the best goal I've ever scored if that went in. Maybe it wasn't the most skillful, but just how he flicks it over the defender and shoots. Now we move on to another strength, which I was really surprised about. As you can see, I've put strength. His strength didn't look the best on his card, but in game you can see how quick he is. That if on top of that, if you're quite strong to shrug off defenders, just shows how good you are in game, and definitely already makes you one of the best cards in the game. We quickly went through the pros, but in general, I'm just saying this card was absolutely amazing. But of course, there is a con with this card, with him being a mid-range card. With another player review, which I've already spilt the beans on, is a Felipe Anderson one, which will be coming out very soon. We did put no standout cons, so that's a bit of a snippet. but that just shows because he was a very, very high tier card. This is a mid tier card. That's why there's no big standout cons except from his work rates, which we didn't really mention in the beginning of the video, and how important work rates actually are to me anyway. His work rates are a medium, which could be a lot better. Of course, for me, high medium would have been best for this cam card. Playing at my striker, high low. Playing at centre mid, high, CDM, medium high. You know what I'm saying. Just shows that he maybe didn't get as many positions, so that's why I didn't get as many goals. But otherwise, I could live with that, him being a medium tier card. And just shows it doesn't really matter. I played him at centre mid as well, which was that was his worst position. You can see, yes, he wins the ball back here, but was he actually that good as a centre mid? Definitely not. And that was mainly because his best starts as a cam. And yes, as you can see, I played him at centre mid, and then he just creates a goal himself just because he is that good. But anyway, what did I think of this card in general? I thought it was quite decent, and we'll get into what I actually thought. Now, overall rating is a 9, which is most of my cards I'm doing is a 9 because they are quite decent, but not maybe 10 out of 10 would have been 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, good work rates. That's what you get for 10 out of 10. But 9 is very, very good for a medium tier card. 150 coins. 150,000. If it was 150 coins, everyone would have had him by now. But 150k seems definitely worth it. As you see, for value for coins, I've given him a 9.5, which is quite very, very amazing. You can only thing I would ask for to make him a 10 out of 10 is maybe a 5-star in maybe weak for all skill moves, or even his work rates to be good. If his work rates were even a little bit better, that would have been a 10 there, right there. Would have been one of the first 10s I have done. Maybe I have done it before. If I have, make sure you keep it in the comments and remind me. But that would be in the first 10. But he didn't get it. But he was very, very good. And you can see by my ratings I've given him. Now, the chem styles I put on him was the engine. It just worked really well. It gave him everything he needed. Good passing, good pace, good shooting. Everything I wanted on this card to play him as a cam worked with the engine. Sniper I put there just to improve his shooting if you play him as a cam. But otherwise I wouldn't maybe 100% put a sniper on him. Now quickly go over the key pros. I put dribbling and passing, very, very obvious ones. His dribbling was fantastic, passing was fantastic. Anyway, my Julian BRANT was absolutely amazing. Would definitely recommend you to buy him. That'll be all from me. Peace.